Hey, Bethurst here. I didn't really want to have to do a video tonight because the high state game is tomorrow and I have guests coming. But here we go, okay? Last night. Now, I don't need to get the times right or the dictation right or anything, but at 12:24, okay, a.m., a friend of mine, Julia Newkirk, her son he pulled over to let an angry person that had a vendetta over a girl against him, and he sideswiped the car and totaled it, and he totaled his own car, but it wasn't his own car. It was a truck that somebody else owned. Now, did that person give him the right to drive that truck or not? Okay, so here we go. Now, I've got the pictures here, and I'm going to show you. I ain't scared. Are you scared? I ain't scared. Anyway, the driver of the truck that sideswiped Julia Newkirk's son, Zach, and a friend of his, which I will not mention his name, he hit him, crashed into his car, and then went a block and a half and crashed into another car. And then drove home, and I'm going to show you the pictures here in a minute, and his dad, Mr. Artist, I'm going to show you his picture here right now. Check this shit out, okay? Wow. What an example for the community. And then he drives up with his son. Now, let me show you this here. I'll go on. I ain't scared. What are they going to do to me? Okay. Okay, so then this artist, chief investigator of the Lawrence County Coroner's Office. Oh my, I'm scared. Then he goes up here. You see that? If you can see the green, that's his belly. I don't think he's seen his Johnson in about 15 years. But anyway, I don't mean to be graphic, but the facts are the facts. Okay, so anyway, don't know you, buddy. Don't give a shit if you know me or not. Okay, so anyway, the whole entire time that Julia Newkirk was dealing with Chad Goo and Joe Akers, I was on speakerphone, and I taped it. That's my right. I taped it. I protect people against violence from the police department. Do you people not see that? Okay. So anyway, let's continue. Okay, so here is the here is the picture of the truck that Mr. Artis, I think his name's Trey, but don't trust me on that. I'm not for sure. Here is the picture of that car that he drove home after he intentionally struck that vehicle. So then, after he struck that vehicle, he went down about a mile and a half and hit another vehicle. And then he drove home. And then his daddy, Artist, drove him back to the scene without the car because the car was totaled. He drove him back to the scene with his badge on and his white truck and his blue and red lights flashing. And like he was somebody. And you may well be. I've got a lot of questions for you if you're the chief investigator of the coroner's office. I mean, shit, don't we all? Okay, let me show you another picture here. And You know, it is what it is. Okay, so this picture is artist's son. I don't know what his name is. I think it's Trey. I think his dad's name is Drew. Here's the picture of his car, of his truck that wasn't even his, that somebody evidently gave him permission to. Do you see that? Do you see that tire? Oh, people, I'm serious. I was on speakerphone, Chad Goo and Joe Akers. I was on speakerphone. Taped it. You idiot. Did you turn your body cam off? Did you turn your body cam off? Well, let's see what else we got here. Okay, hold on. Now, this is also the picture. Let me raise it up here of the man. Well, I wouldn't say a man. The child that hit. He drove this vehicle. You see that tire? He drove this vehicle home to Daddy. And Daddy took him down to the scene. Didn't bring the car, did they? No sobriety test. No charges. But yet, on my... Well, I could play it on my phone and on my recording. Akers says, you will be arrested for disorderly conduct. Well, what in the hell would Zach's mom, Julia Newkirk, who was the first woman police officer in Groveport, Ohio, and who had went through her own shit with the same shit I went through her entire career. Okay? Anyway, she knows the law, you know? Okay, so anyway, this is another picture of Zach's car that artist's son hit. Okay? So then, do you cops not think I'm not listening? I mean, serious. Get over yourself. I'm listening, okay? So anyway, so we will see all of the damage. And let's see here what we got, okay? Let's go back here and see. I got to show this again. I'm sorry, I do. I got to. I'm sorry, sir, but... can you see that? Can you see that? Take a good look at that. Wow. Is that an elected position or an appointed position? He hasn't seen his Johnson for 15 years. Do you understand what I'm saying, people? Nothing personal, buddy. Take care of yourself. That's what I'm saying. So anyway, so we will go back and see. Anyway, I've got it all on tape. I've got it all on. I've got all the photos. I've got everything. And Akers, you know, your mom lives 2 doors down from me. And I have the utmost respect for her. And I had the utmost respect for your dad. He always had my back. And you are ruining his reputation by following these corrupt cops and doing things that you shouldn't be doing, honey. You shouldn't be doing. Anyway, everybody knows it's protocol when there's a car accident that the EMS and the fire department come to that wreck. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows it. Why weren't they there? Why weren't they there? Well, because the IPD is on a private channel, and they all talk through their cell phones. Who called the EMTs not to come? Who called IFD not to come? Moose! Where were you guys at? Playing those video games in your recliners at that $1 million IFD Fire Department. Yeah. Anyway, I just want to let you all know. She had me on speakerphone the whole time. I heard everything and I taped everything. And that's my right. That's my right to take up for any single person I want to take up for. So let me tell you something right now. You guys told her she could pick up a accident report on Monday. Well, when you have an accident report at after midnight and you don't get off until 6 a.m., you're supposed to type that up and print it out that night. You can't wait over the weekend to fill that paperwork out. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? Are you understanding what I'm saying? Oh my goodness. Anyway, Chad and Joe and Artist, oh honey, eat some grains, baby. Do you think that people don't trust me to expose every single thing you do? What are you going to do to me? What are you going to do to me? You going to come to my house and confront me? I don't think so. It's on my cameras if you do. I haven't done anything against the law. I'm simply helping people free of charge. And I heard every single thing you said to her. If you don't get back, we will arrest you for disorderly conduct. What in the hell did you mean by that? What do you mean by that? And then, I'm going to have to show the picture again. Hold on here. Oh, it's just too funny. Hold on. Here it is again. Oh, God. Oh. What do you think about that? Wow. What do you think about that? Chief investigator for the Lawrence County Coroner's Office. And he has his badge around his neck. And his son just came home after hitting 2 cars, probably intoxicated. But since he was there, nothing happened. No fire department, no EMS. And we all know that's protocol for any accident to have IFD there and the EMS. Anyway. Oh, my goodness. Oh, honey. Honey. Okay, so we'll get off that here. So I've got the license plate numbers. I got the truck. I've got, here's a good one. Okay. Now, this is, you may not be able to see it. This is Mr. Artis talking to the cops. Chad Goo and Joe Akers. Chad. Honey, you need to get into the fighter business with those roid rage. You really do, honey. You really do. So, anyway, I've got pictures of every single thing. I was on speakerphone. I recorded every single thing that you guys said to her. And let me see what else I got here. Okay. Anyway, it's all here on my phone. Come and get it, boys. See what happens. Okay. Anyway, it's all here on my phone. And let me tell you something. I have told several people, given my private number out, and told them, if you get pulled over by the police, simply put me on speakerphone, and I can be a witness in court. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of anything or anyone. So what I'm saying is, I woke up tonight, and in the high state place tomorrow at noon. Okay? And I got friends coming over. At the hiccups. Anyway, Julia, Greg, Zach, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Because I heard everything and I've got it recorded. And just simply ask for the body cam footage. And if Chad Goo or Joe Akers did not show you that, or did not have their body cam on, then there's a problem in there. It's a FOIA, Freedom of Information Act. Request it. Request it. And, they have to give it to you. And like I said last week, you have to make that body cam footage policy available to the citizens of Ironton on your website. Do they have that? No. I called last week to talk to Dan Johnson, the chief, and Pam. It was her voicemail, and she's been retired. What in the hell? Don't you guys have any technology people that can keep up to date with a website? Pitiful, pitiful, pitiful. It's just crazy. Sam, honey, just like I said, congratulations on getting mayor. But now, in the last 48 hours, you've had 2 incidents with the police department. Are you going to take care of that? Are you going to take care of that? Are you? Get off that stool and have somebody drive you home and look into this, because I have everything on tape and I am not afraid to go to court and show that tape. I'm not. So anyway, Zach, I hope you're okay. I seen the bruises on your body. I seen the bruises on your head, and I seen all that. I got the pictures. And, you guys got to realize that all people aren't ignorant. And she said on the tape, she said, I know what you guys are up to. I was a cop. And they laughed like she wasn't a cop. Honey, she was a cop in Groveport, Ohio, the first female before you guys were ever, you don't shine your shoes and you don't wash your clothes. So ever, she was the first one ever before me and before Pam. And, you don't realize who you're dealing with. She's not stupid. She's been through hell. And anyway, I got her back. And I got everybody's back. And you people that are making these Facebook accounts with my pictures on there, there's like 6 or 8 of them. I'm going to change my profile pic and my background pic every single day. If you can keep up with me, honey, you go right ahead. And, I don't care. I can block whoever I want to block. And I will. I will block them. Report, block, boom. I don't care. Whatever you want to say. Moose. Why do they call you Moose? Anyway, nothing personal, honey. But, you want to badmouth me. And Craig Thomas, I graduated with you. And, I was always good to you. And while I was a cop, you were always good to me. But every single accident has to have the fire department and the EMS come to an accident. Why didn't they do that in this particular case? Why didn't they? Maybe because Artis was the young man's father. And why didn't they do sobriety tests on him? And then Akers goes up to the next block where Artis' son, I think his name's Trey, I'm not sure, you can correct me on that, goes up to the block and says, went to the door supposedly, and said, somebody hit your car, and then he come back to the scene, Akers did, and said, oh, that man said he didn't care. He wasn't interested in that. Bullshit. If somebody hit your car where your car's parked, hell yes, you're going to be interested in it. They didn't go to that house. They didn't go to that house because they were protecting artist's son. You see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? It's okay. It's okay, Bentley. It's okay. You're okay, buddy. You're okay. You're okay. It's on camera. You're okay. You're all right. Anyway, let me get back to this, okay? Oh my. I'm not going to try to be mean or vindictive of anything, but I will have this lady's back, and I will have anybody's back that asks me for help. Now, there has been 4 accounts made today, like I said earlier, acting like they were me. Oh my God, do you people have a life? Do you people really have a life? I mean, I'm serious. Do you have any kind of life? Why would you portray to be me? Oh, jealousy breeds envy, honey. Jealousy breeds envy. A wise woman told me that. Susan Thompson told me that. Jealousy breeds envy. You know, you don't have to make up a fake account. Nobody. If you don't have my password, not password on Facebook, my password, from now on, I will not respond. I will not give my new number out. Now, I did give my 5936 number out, but now I have a new number. And if you don't have that, that's your fault. That's your fault. I don't trust anybody. Now, the people I am working with, I do trust. And they have my personal number. And, you know, I will continue to help these people. You know, nobody can do anything to me. I'm not violating the law. I'm sitting here in my dining room doing whatever I want to in my own home. What in the hell are you guys going to do about it? Nothing. Are you brave enough to come to my front door? I don't think so. I don't think so, boys. I don't think so. So anyway, I'll get off here and go Bucks today or tomorrow. Go Bucks. And I got friends coming over that are from Michigan. And we're going to have a big day. We're going to have a big day. Joyce is going to cook. And we're going to have a big time tomorrow. So anyway, excuse me. Anyway, I'm going to purposely put this video on there as soon as possible. And please watch it. And I will continue to, anytime somebody calls me, and I've told several people, just put me on speakerphone. Just like Miranda Wells. She went to the sheriff's office. And she had me on speakerphone. Oh, Sisler, honey. It's not good. And I don't mean to mention anybody's name. I mean, she is, and I could mention 20 other names. But when you mistreat somebody and you try to accuse them of being a bad parent and you say it and it's recorded, oh, Suzanne, honey, or is it Nicole? You got a rap sheet, honey, and you have no kids. How are you going to tell what parent helps another parent? Or who are you to take away a child and give it to somebody that leaves that child with their oldest daughter while he and his current partner go out and drink and party? Well, you know why? Because they're protected by old Sammy Giles. They're protected by IPD. It's a police shuffle, people. Do you not understand what I said earlier in the video? It's the police shuffle, you know? They take care of each other until it comes to cutthroat like it did with McKnight and Spoljaric. You know, McKnight knew there was drugs in his apartment. And does he pay rent down there at those apartments? Who owns those apartments? Who lets him live there for free just because that police car's sitting out there? Now, we'll get into that at another date. And you know who I'm talking about, don't you? Honey, I ain't afraid. Come on. Anyway, I'm going to get off here. I think I've said quite enough, but I will say quite more tomorrow. But anyway, Chad and Joe and Artis, honey, I would, I'm not a man, but I would hate to not be able to see my Johnson. I would hate that. I'm sorry. And it may be graphic, or it may be a metaphor. Think, people, think. Excuse me. Got a long tape, boys. Got a long tape. And to threaten somebody with disorderly conduct when they're a victim of somebody, a hit and run that ran off and went and got their daddy, and their daddy brought him back with red and blue flashing lights with a badge wrapped around his neck, and threatened and intimidated the passenger. And then his son stood in the background. I've got pictures. And Chad Goo and Joe Akers didn't ask him or put him through any kind of field sobriety test. Why would you crash into somebody and leave the scene and flee? Is that a felony? And then your dad, who's got connections, brings you back and threatens or intimidates these people that are the victim of the hit and run. Oh, honey, you guys, I'm on it, and it's on tape. It's on tape. So anyway, I'll let you go because I'm getting ready for the Buckeye game tomorrow, and I just want to let you know, you police officers in Ironton, all you young boys, and Dan, honey, I told you before, and Pam, I told you before, you guys are ultimately responsible for what these guys do. And now you're on a private line and everybody's got cell phones. Do you think that's not traceable if you know the right people? And who would call off an EMT or the fire department when there is a collision with both cars totaled? That's protocol. I'm going to end it with that. Have a good night. Beth Riz, Ohio.